So with like coming up and like getting more attention, obviously people are reaching out. You're making connections to appear on TV, appear on podcasts, and all this. And I think the question that comes up early on is like, what do I want to portray? And you know, I know you don't always have control of what, you know, your idea of that is. Do you feel like people are accurately portraying like who you are? Do you think the image has been taken advantage of, manipulated? I mean, what do you feel about what's out there?
I feel like there's a couple aspects, I think, right?
Yeah.
I'm just like speaking off the cuff right now. The first thing is because I came from this like social media is the devil's tool perspective. When I first entered, I was like very like specific on what I would release into the world, right?
Yeah.
And it slowly came over time that I'd give more and more, and I realized it didn't hurt me, it actually helped me, right? And when I did that, there's even to this day, there's a lot of like anonymity like behind who I am, where I came from, what my exact story is, and you know, my connections or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And so like a lot of people use their imagination to fill the gaps.
Right, and just fill it with lies and convolute it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're interesting to read the conspiracies about me, and sometimes I'm like, almost like that's offensive. Like,
yeah.
You know, like, but some of them actually take hold and like build a life of their own. And I'm like, bro, like that's not even based in reality, and it's taking on its whole own image.
Yeah.
So are you fine with the stories if they're true? Like if someone says like, "Oh, I heard this and that," and you're like, "Yes, I did that," or "Yes, I did this," but it's when the rumors start building in itself and becoming its own like propagating story.
When it's something negative.
When it's something negative.
Yeah, because it hurts my feelings sometimes.
Yeah.
Even if it's something truthful, when you're just like, I don't want that out there.
Yeah, there's certain truths. Like I don't share anything about my family, for example.
Sure.
I've never put my family on the internet. But there's been people that have deep dived on me and like found my family and stuff like that. Like there's somebody like tried showing up to my brother's house up in Seattle, right? And my brother's like, what's happening?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And same with my parents, sort of. And that kind of offends me. Like that, I'm like, bro, like, yeah, like I have a brother and parent, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
What
It's one thing if it's you, but another thing when they start.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing, you know?
So what's the goal of these people that are doing this? Is this like just to knock you down? Are they threatened by your
I think a lot of them
success?
are trying to get close to me. I think a lot of people are trying to get close to me, and it's weird. And then I think that the ones that like on the negative side, where they're just like making up lies or whatever.
Yeah.
I think they're like they're more simpletons. Like they've lived a simpler life and a simpler trajectory. So they're like, how do we simplify his crazy life so we can even swallow the pill? And they're like, well, it only makes sense if we say this. That would be why this happened, and they make up this story. And the simple minds are like, yeah, that we can relate to. And they're stuck on that. They're fixated on something that's not even true.
Gotcha.
What about like not just like fans or people in the comments, but like people you've actually done shows with, like co-hosts, hosts, whatever, manipulating media to make their content more attractive?
That is a really weird thing to me that happens. I don't know. Sometimes it really pisses me off.
Right.
Bro, I did, I don't want to say which one, but I did an interview a couple of more than once. And one of the times I went on there, dude, it was my homie before social media. And he brought me on some like, hey, like we need clickbait. We're going to have friction type of attitude, like conversation deal.
Right.
And I'm
We're
like,
going to create a thing
and I'm
that's
like,
not real.
And I'm like, nah. I'm
right.
like, well, I can't even pretend. Like, what are you talking about? I was like, I'm not doing it, right?
Yeah.
He goes, all right, no doubt. And we do the thing together, like the content, and he thought that he was going to trick me into it. Like, so he kept at it the whole time.
Getting you to say certain things to plug
like trying to start a fight.
Whatever.
Yeah. And then sometimes when clips get chopped, not even from him, but from others also, they'll chop it in a way that is not the story that was told, you know?
Right,
and I'm like, bro, what are you doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just seems silly.
And this is someone you knew, like you said before, social media. So
the one particular guy, but then there's others that do it anyway. There's people that I've never even done an interview with them. They'll take clips of interviews I've done and cut it their own way and repost it as if they were there or something. And all of a sudden, like, it looks like I'm saying, I love the color purple, but I'm really saying is, I think it's raining outside.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I never even said I like the color.
wait till you see what we do with this footage.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got a lot of raw footage.
It's going to be
cut
sick.
apart.
It's going to be 30 times me saying whose guy sucked.
Oh, confronting videos?
Oh, I did one with Spencer Cornelia. That one was actually sick. I'm happy I did that. I don't want to like credit myself because he's so hardworking, but factually, when he and I did that video, the second one, me and him did 3. So he was trying to expose me, saying that he's a non-believer, that I am net profit in casinos. And he went on to do his version of a deep dive to prove that I must be lying. Right?
How was it?
It was kind of weak because he didn't have any facts. He was just kind of guessing.
Right.
But I thought that he was very neutral and impartial and honest. And even at the end, he goes, to be honest, I don't have the answers. He goes, this is just my belief.
Right.
And because of that, because other people have tried this also, but because of the way he handled himself, and I really appreciated it, I got his number the same, like within an hour of the video getting released, and I called him, and I'm like, hey, yo, it's me, no hostility, like all love. Why don't we meet today, and I will just give you my phone and give you all the access to everything, and then you get to confirm that I'm illegitimate, but if you happen to be proven wrong, I would just appreciate you said so.
Right.
So we shot the second video, and it was the best video that his channel had ever had at that time by like a mile, you know? And from there, he built like this huge, he already had like a big brand or whatever, but it really went a whole different direction, you know, bigger after that.
And he went and proved you legit.
Me legit, 100% legit. I gave him my phone. I said, look at all my taxes, look at everything, look at the DMs, look at the text, look at everything. And he did it all on camera. And he was like, you are 100% legit. And we even did a third video where he staked me for the mini main at the World Series last year.
Nice.
How much was that?
$1,000.
It's crazy that people would go through such extensive like journalistic attempts to like discredit you or come after you or whatever.
They don't gain from that. I don't even know why people do that.
Yeah,
People
that's what
just
I mean. Is
upset.
it just
I
for
don't know.
content? Like what they're just like, is that like those videos I see on TikTok that's like Kid Rock came from a rich family. He's not really a, you know, like he didn't really up and start on himself. Like
It's probably that they're just trying to get fucking views so that they get paid.
just the views, right?
So they want to get paid off my hard work by saying I didn't work hard, basically.
Right.
Jerk off scumbags.
I wasn't homeless for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
Do you ever address any of the crazy conspiracies?
Yeah, I've addressed almost all of them. Like when we did the free pod or whatever just now, that's what we were talking about is like all of the things have been addressed and confirmed 100% accurate out of all my claims, except for the legit businesses I was in just prior to gambling. Because there's no way for me to prove that, you know, except for like the people that were in them with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Probably still have checks from some of those treatment centers. Sorry.
Listen to the Not Safe for YouTube extended version of Mikki's podcast on John Nelson's Patreon. The link is in the description below.